Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 1024th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russia has lost approximately 760,120 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 1,390 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 5 tanks, 31 armored combat vehicles, 6 artillery systems, 65 drones and 54 vehicles. The US announced a new military aid package for Ukraine valued at $500 million, which has various ammunition and equipment. The Russians launched 190 combat clashes and carried out 31 airstrikes, including 61 anti-aircraft missiles on the territory of Ukraine. They also used 568 kamikaze drones and carried out around 3,194 attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements using various types of weapons. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports Russia sees the potential collapse of the Assad regime as a threat to its regional interests and reputation. The ongoing Ukraine conflict has diverted Russia's attention and resources, potentially weakening its support for Assad. Russia's primary goal in Syria is to maintain its military bases in Tartus and Khmeimim for strategic access to the region. A collapse of the Assad regime could jeopardize these bases. To mitigate risks, Russia will likely seek diplomatic solutions to ensure the security of its military assets. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. Russia has reportedly reached an agreement with select elements of the Syrian opposition about control over Russian military bases in Syria, but it remains unclear if the alleged agreement ensures the security of Russia's bases in Syria in the long term. Russia is reportedly moving 4 ships from Russian ports to Syria, possibly to facilitate evacuations, further demonstrating the Kremlin's current cautious response to the developing situation in Syria. Ukrainian officials denied Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban's claim that Ukraine rejected his offer to mediate a Christmas ceasefire and a large-scale prisoner of war exchange with Russia. People's Republic of China President Xi Jinping continues to provide Kremlin officials with a platform from which to articulate their uncompromising demands on Ukrainian sovereignty. India continues to preserve and enhance its economic relations with Russia despite recent efforts to reduce its reliance on Russia as a security partner. Russian authorities are said to equate the violation of Russian censorship laws with extremism and terrorism, furthering the Kremlin's effort to establish a pseudo-state ideology. Russian President Vladimir Putin awarded the Russian Golden Star medal to a military correspondent for the first time since World War II as the Kremlin continues to use state awards to co-opt milbloggers and gain control over the Russian information space. Actors affiliated with Ukraine's main military intelligence directorate likely assassinated the deputy general designer and functional software department head of the Russian Rosatom-owned Mars Design Bureau Mikhail Shatsky in Russia on December 12. Russian forces recently advanced in the main Ukrainian salient in Kursk Oblast and in the Chasiv Yar, Pokrovsk, and Kurakov directions. Ukrainian forces recently regained lost positions near Svatov. The Russian military command's efforts to ensure operational security amongst Russian forces continue to draw ire from select milbloggers, who derided these efforts as disruptive overreach. In President Zelensky's nightly address, he spoke about 3 key areas. Firstly, massive Russian attacks countered by air defenses. Ukraine faced one of the largest missile and drone assaults on its energy sector, with 94 missiles and 200 drones targeting critical infrastructure during a cold snap. Air defenses intercepted 81 missiles, minimizing damage. Repair crews are restoring power, while President Zelensky condemned the attacks as deliberate, targeting civilians during winter. Secondly, technological innovations in defense. The inaugural session of the technology staff focused on enhancing air defense and combat capabilities through innovation. Participants included military leaders, arms manufacturers, and scientists. Discussions centered on countering missiles and drones effectively and integrating advanced technology to save lives and strengthen defense units. Lastly, strengthened international partnerships. Ukraine secured new defense packages from Finland, Latvia, and the US, including air defense systems, HIMARS missiles, and artillery worth $500 million. President Zelensky held talks with European leaders on security guarantees and Ukraine's role in Northern European defense initiatives, emphasizing unity to counter Russian aggression and bring peace closer. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.